And we are back, and this time we are reacting to a Dokkan Top 10 TUR list from the legend, the man that is the truth. Let's get right into the reaction. We'll start from the bottom and we'll work our way upwards. I'm not going to talk too much about 7 to 10. I'm not going to say too much about these units except for the fact that the order is pretty much perfect from 7 to 10. Yamcha being 10, I like. He's better than the Super 17s. And then beyond that, there's not much more competition. So fair enough, Yamcha number 10. He's a good unit, he can help you out, but I don't think he should be any higher. Turles, my boy Turles. The main bad thing about Turles is his restrictions with the entrance animations, when it gives 3 ki to the whole rotation and the attack to the whole rotation. The restriction is pretty bad, but in the future, let's say we get some brand new difficult content where Goku is the enemy, Turles will certainly gain points. So in the future, Turles could potentially, maybe, go a little bit up. But for now, I think number 9 is fine. Gamma 2, I've been saying since day 1 that Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, the gap isn't too big, but there is a gap. Because a lot of people have been saying that Gamma 2 is exactly equal to Gamma 1, which I think is factually wrong. I think Trunks and Kid Goku being in the middle of the Gammas is absolutely perfect. Honestly, this might be a near perfect top 10 TUR list. This might be the best top 10 TUR list the truth has ever done, with one minor exception, which we'll get to. The thing with Trunks is that he would be higher, but his first form is just way too weak. I agree with pretty much exactly what the truth said, and I would take it a step further and say him having a chance to guard is awful enough. But on top of the chance to guard is conditional, and the condition is garbage, because there's not that many there's not that many good Android / Cell Saga units, and that desperately hurts the Trunks. Gamma 1, very consistent. The only thing I would change about this list is that I would swap Gamma 1 with Kale. Now Kale would be the better unit if she had help. Honestly, the more time goes on, the more that I think Kale is better than some of the units over here. But I would put Gamma 1 above Kale. That's the only change I would make to this list. And the list is absolute perfection. And again, it's only because Kale never got any help. If Kale gets help, she is borderline easily top 3. That's a very good spot for her if she had help. But she's got no help, so I would move her 1 down and Gamma 1 up, because Gamma 1 just has that consistency. And furthermore, if we get a LR Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, LR of the Gammas, with this Gamma 1 as a rotation, it's gonna be a pretty powerful rotation. And then Tech Goku as number 3, I am completely fine with that. I think the truth said it best. The Omega Shenron event helped out this Goku. This Goku is good in the brand new difficult content of the Omega Shenron stage. He's got a phenomenal leader skill. Honestly, his leader skill is pretty much tied with God Goku as being the best leader skill on this list. You could even argue that Tech Goku has a better leader skill than God Goku. You could genuinely argue that. But as an overall unit, I do agree that God Goku is better. The additional supers, the stacking defense, the guarding, the dodging. I think God Goku is definitely easily number 2 on this list. And then Piccolo Jr., I've been saying this since day 1, but I'm just a big fan of the unit. Maybe I'm just getting really lucky with the unit, but Piccolo Jr. for me always puts up phenomenal performances. His transformation, his active skill, his performance in SBR, in the difficult content, in the world tournament, he's good literally everywhere. He is not only the best villain unit in the entire game, he is the number 1 TUR in the entire game. Now, as for the Trunks, I've discussed the list. Now let's talk about the Trunks specifically. I've already said it, but in this form over here, he is just so unimpressive. When you transform, you can easily argue this guy as a top 3 TUR, easily. But this form over here, he's just way too weak, because he only has a 50% chance to guard, but that's not even the worst of it. The worst of it is that you need 3 or more Android/Cell Saga allies in order to have the chance to guard. So it's a conditional chance to guard. That is absolute garbage. And also, one thing that the truth did say is that if this form was a little bit weaker and this form was a little bit stronger, the unit overall would be significantly better. But as it turns out, the unit is good, but the unit is not a top 3 TUR, at least not in my opinion. Let's do a quick subscriber challenge. If you guys agree with me and also agree with the truth that this Trunks is not a top 3 TUR contender, then you have to subscribe, because that is the challenge. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then do subscribe, especially if you just failed that challenge, because that is the challenge. Also, do leave a like and comment, because those things do help out. With that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.